Hello and welcome to my Scream 6 review. And my god, the movie was awesome. Overall, I know I'm gonna start with this because I want to elaborate on it later. Overall, I give the movie maybe a 7 or an 8 out of 10. And I can't understand why people were upset with the third act. So basically, well, first of all, let's talk about the opening sequence. The opening sequence was amazing, mainly because it was nothing like we'd ever seen. And when people said that, I thought they were just BSing. But so basically, what happens is we meet Samara Weaving, and she's basically gonna be on a date with Tony Revolori's character, who we haven't met at this point, by the way. You just know from the voice. And then she gets lured into an alley, and she gets stabbed, and Ghostface takes his mask off. And it's him. It's Tony Revolori. Tony Revolori is Ghostface. And then he gets lured. Well, he doesn't get lured. He goes back to his apartment, and oh my god, I got so excited because on the TV was Jason Takes Manhattan. Now, obviously, that is the only movie that people were thinking of when they heard that for Scream 6 it's going to be in New York City. However, the other reason why it's funny is because Tony Revolori's name in the film is Jason. So, obviously that was pretty cool. Another reference that I caught was fuck what was I can't think of it right now. But anyway, so let me just talk about the thing that I was the most excited for, and that is when Kirby and Mindy meet for the first time. Well, okay, well they sit down and talk. Kirby looks at the TV that killed Stu, and she says it's the TV that killed Stu Marker, and then Mindy says, she says that is if you believe he's dead. Oh my god! I jumped out of my seat when I heard that because I really want Stu to come back. But I knew it wouldn't be in this movie because this is the only film without Sydney, and why would he be back in this one? So, oh my god, I was so happy about that. Also, people were complaining that they didn't really use New York that well as a setting. I think they did it perfectly, honestly, because they use the fact that there's alleyways. They use the fact that it's a big city, so when they need to get a Gale, it's like pretty difficult because she's on the other side of the city. So that was pretty good. And the subway, oh my god, the subway scene was amazing. But not only that, the amount of references I caught, I was like, oh my god, it's Freddy. Oh, someone's dressed as Georgie from It. There's bloody Michael Myers. There's fucking Pinhead. I was so happy. I was literally in my element, and I probably annoyed so many people in the cinema, especially considering that I was wearing my Ghostface mask at certain points throughout the film. And when we got to the bodega scene, I was so happy, but also so curious as to what they would actually do, because of course we knew that Ghostface would find them, but I didn't know what was actually going to happen. So that was pretty awesome. That whole sequence I thought was just so cool. And just speaking of that scene, one character who I really was not looking forward to in this film was Sam, because in 5 Sam really did annoy me, but in this movie I actually really liked her because I felt really sorry for her, because throughout the movie she keeps getting blamed for the kills in Scream 5, and she's just painted as this killer. And of course, that is one of the Ghostface's fault. We'll get to that later. But yeah, I really did feel sorry for her in this film. Oh man! But as far as characters go, there weren't actually any that annoyed me. I really enjoyed a lot of the characters. Even the new ones. I thought they would just be dumb, just there to be killed. But I actually really liked them. But Gale. What did they do to her? They ruined her character arc from 5. At the end of Scream 5, she literally says, she's not going to write a book because those fuckers can die in anonymity. And now in the next movie, she wrote a book. And she says, oh, someone would have done it eventually. I had to do it first. So I absolutely hated that. I don't know why they did that to Gale. but I didn't want to see her die. So when Ghostface stabs her, and I hear the music, I was like, no, 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 God, please, no. I actually screamed in the cinema. I literally screamed. I was like, no, please. But thank God they did not kill her. Yeah. Now, the gore. Wow. When people said that this movie is the goriest Scream, they were not lying. They were not lying to you whatsoever. Oh my God. There were actually scenes where I was like, that is disgusting. Like when, I don't know what her name was, but Mindy's girlfriend, when Mindy's girlfriend got stabbed in the stomach and Ghostface was like pulling the knife up. Oh, that really did make me like squint my eyes, because I don't actually want to see that. But like this, even when she falls, like when she gets dropped off the ladder, she hits a dumpster, and you see like her face has been scraped off. Well, some of it. And oh God, it was disgusting. But my God, it was it badass. We get people stabbed through the nose, stabbed through the mouth, stabbed in the eye. My God, this film really was brutal, and this Ghostface is undoubtedly the best. Now, when I say that this is the best Ghostface, I'm talking about the Ghostface persona solely, right? Because when it comes to the reveals, this is the part that you've been waiting for. When it comes to the reveals, I was quite shocked. I didn't think that it would be Detective Bailey, mainly because he is very old. But anyway, so I don't think it was him. But I was so happy. Finally, they broke the Scream formula, and they had more than two killers. I cannot tell you how happy I was. Finally, because we've had, in the first film there were two, in the second film there were two, in the third film there were three. Sorry, there was one, and Kirby even says that this is the only sole Ghostface. So props to him for that. In 4 there were two, in 5 there were two, and now finally in Scream 6 we have three killers. I honestly am just so freaking happy that they did that. However, it is definitely quality over quantity with these killers, because even though there were more killers in Scream 6, I really did not like them at all. So the first, obviously I said Detective Bailey was one of them. When he shot Kirby, oh my God, I thought Kirby died. I was so upset. Then the second character to be revealed to be Ghostface was Jack Champion. I believe his name is Ethan in the movie. I don't know, it was something like that. I don't really care, honestly. He was a dumb character. I hated him, and I hated that he was Ghostface. And then the third one was just, oh my God, so goddamn stupid. It was Quinn. It was the redhead bitch who died earlier in the film. Although clearly, she didn't die, because they used fake blood and prosthetics, blah blah blah. Oh my God, I was so angry at that. But mainly, the thing that made me so angry was their motive. It was just revenge again. It was literally just revenge, because it turns out that they're Richie's family. Oh my God. I honestly, I wish they had had them be Amber's family, because Amber was barely in Scream 5. So, but I think the reason why they did that is just so they can show a younger Jack Quaid, because they know that Jack Quaid is a much bigger name than Mikey Madison. In case you don't know who that is, she played Amber. Yeah, they know that Jack Quaid is a much bigger name. So, yeah, I mean, I really hope that in Scream 7, we not only have more killers, but we have better motives, please. We've had Billy, who's revenge, Mrs. Loomis, who's revenge. I'll get back to Mrs. Loomis because there's something interesting. I guess you could say Roman was revenge, and now these three are revenge. That's seven. Seven killers! 7 out of the 12 or whatever are just revenge. Now, the interesting part. Mrs. Loomis, for the first time in the franchise, has had her first name revealed, and it is in fact Nancy Loomis. Now, there's a reason why a bunch of us knew this already. It's never stated in the film, but in an early script of Scream 2, she is called Nancy Loomis, and that is why people believed, her name is Nancy. But now, for the first time, it is actually confirmed to be Nancy Loomis in the franchise. And also, the timeline doesn't really work in Scream 6, well, in Scream 5, I guess, because Scream 5 takes place 25 years after the original killings, right? So the original killings were in 1996. Scream 5, they literally say in this movie, takes place in 2022. But that's 26 years. So the timeline doesn't really work there. I don't know what they were thinking, but yeah. So the only thing that hurt this movie, I feel, was the fact that they ruined Gail's character arc from 5, but mainly the Ghostface motives. Cause oh my god, why? Why did you make it revenge? You could have made it literally anything else, something cool. Revenge, really? Overall, I actually loved the movie, especially the kills. I loved the kills and the characters. You know, our core four, obviously. Oh, by the way, Jenna, and fucking what's Mason Gooding's character, Chad and Tara. They are fine. They are together. By the way, I support this. But yeah, there was my really unorganized out of theater reaction and review for Scream 6. If you have actually stayed until the end of this video, which, wow, props to you, man. Tell me what you thought of the movie, because I am very interested to hear people's opinions on this one. So yeah, there we go. If you liked it, leave a like, subscribe, and goodbye.